Hey, welcome back, my friends. So in the previous video, we started to talk about manipulation methods. So in this video, we're going to continue to talk about these methods because we haven't exhausted all the possibilities yet. Remember, we select them and then manipulate them. And so far, we've seen how we can change the color or any style property, and also how we can use a class list to affect styling as well. So we're going to dive in a little bit deeper. In this video, we're going to talk about two different properties, both of which allow us to change the text or HTML on a page. So if I want to change the content inside of a div tag or inside of a p tag, or if I wanted to change the anchor tag or the text itself, that's what we're going to see how to do in this video. And so I come prepared always. I've got a paragraph here and it says, Oak Academy is the best academy. And now I want to change this content. So I want to add certainly to the beginning of the sentence. Okay, so now in order to do that, like I said, there's two different methods and there are some differences between them. So I'll show you in my script.js file. First, I'm going to select that p tag. I'll say var paragraph equal to document.querySelector, and this paragraph has an ID, so let's go and copy that. And we'll paste it here, and then I'll put a hash symbol. Okay, so now we've selected the paragraph. Now, to change the content, first I am going to use text content. So I'll say paragraph.textContent, and this will retrieve the text inside of that HTML element. And text is defined as anything between HTML tags, but not including the tags. So let's have a look, see what it returns. And to do that, I'll say console.log paragraph.textContent. And I'll save all this and go to console. Refresh the page. All right, so in the console, we see Oak Academy is the best academy. Now remember, right in here in the HTML file in our paragraph, there is a strong tag. And the important point here about text content is that it doesn't contain the strong tags. So it just extracts all the text from inside that paragraph. However, many layers deep it needs to go. So then it grabs all the text and comes up returning one big string. Okay, so like I said, this is very important. This is one of the differences between innerHTML. Okay? So now let's manipulate this paragraph with text content. So I just remove this console log statement. And now I'll say para_g.textContent equal to a new string, and it says Oak Academy is the best. Really? Save this and go to console. Now look here at the moment before I refresh the page, we'll see Oak Academy is the best academy, and best is bold because it is wrapped with strong tags, yeah? Now I'll refresh the page. And yeah, so here, this time we see Oak Academy is the best, really. Or really. Really? No, really. And that's because there is no strong tag anymore. So you do need to be careful while using this text content method because, again, it ignores all the HTML tags inside the text and returns just a string, right? So it's not going to be bold. Okay, so text content is a little bit dangerous. So you got to take a little bit of responsibility in here. But it's dangerous in the sense that if you're using it to set something, all right, it's not so bad. But You just have to be careful with it. You need to know exactly what's inside of an element. If there are HTML tags that you want to preserve, well, you don't want to just automatically set all of the text content to be a new string because that's going to erase everything. Okay, so let's return to the code. Now here, I'm going to comment out this line, save this, and go to console. I'll refresh the page and return our paragraph to its default version. And now let me show you there's another property that works just like text content, except it actually keeps the HTML elements in tags, so it doesn't just extract the text. What? Why didn't you tell me that before? Well, it actually maintains the structure with correct HTML elements returned as well as the text. So that's why you might have heard me refer to it earlier. That property is called innerHTML. So you got to get in touch with your innerHTML, all right? I'll show you what it returns in our console. So I say console.log paragraph.innerHTML. And I'll save all this and go to the console. I'll refresh the page, and that gives me Oak Academy is the best academy. While true, notice that it is keeping the strong tag. So as you can see, it keeps the HRML structure. All right, so let's go back to the code again. Now here, if you want to manipulate this with innerHTML, I'll remove this console log statement, and I'll say paragraph.innerHTML equal to a string. It says, Oak Academy is great. And this time, we're going to overwrite that strong tag. So I'll save this, go to the console, refresh the page, and look at that. We see Oak Academy is great. So usually we don't actually set innerHTML to be something because, well, it's the same problem that we would have with setting the text content. It just overwrites whatever is currently inside of innerHTML. So text content, innerHTML, these are two different ways of grabbing the content of a given element. We select it first, then we run .innerHTML or .textContent on that selected element. Text content will extract only the text and return a big string full of text. And innerHTML will give us everything as a string, including the HTML elements. There is another difference between these two methods. Text content is not going to treat the string as HTML. It treats it purely as text, so it doesn't render any HTML tag. And then with innerHTML, we can do something like this. In script.js file, here, while I manipulate this paragraph with innerHTML, if I want to add a strong tag around this, great. See, then I can make it like this. So I'll say strong opening tag and strong closing tag. Save this, go to the console, and refresh the page. And sure enough, you can see innerHTML. It actually renders that tag as a strong tag. Of course, this is something that we can only do with innerHTML. That's why I say get in touch with your innerHTML. Okay, so now let's take a break right here, and we'll continue in the next section.